we are going to study the first chapter of the Indian Penal Code. It is an introductory chapter and it consists of 5 sections. Section 1, it talks about title and extent of its operation. Section 2 fixes criminal liability for offences committed within India, whereas Section 3 and Section 4 talks about offences committed beyond India. And Section 5, it talks about certain laws not to affected by this code. Now friends, let's discuss all this section in detail. Now friends, we are going to discuss the first section, that is title and extent of its operation. Here friends, section 1 says this act shall be called the Indian Penal Code and extend to the whole of India except the state of Jammu and Kashmir. But friends, after revocation of Article 370, it is also applicable to the J and K, means Jammu and Kashmir. Okay. We are going to discuss the section 2, that is intra-territorial applicability. It talks about punishment of offences committed within India. It means that every person shall be liable to punishment under this code, not otherwise for every act or omission contrary to the law of which he shall be guilty within India. Now friends, we have to emphasize certain words for every person. Every person means he may be citizen, non-citizen, company, association, body of persons. It means that a foreigner is as much as liable for committing an offence as a resident is. Okay. Dear friends, our rule says that every person shall be liable to punishment, but there are certain exceptions. As we know, every rule has an exception. It means there are some people who are exempted from criminal jurisdiction. Who are they? We are going to discuss. First, President and Governor. As per the Article 361 Clause 2 of the Indian Constitution, no criminal proceeding shall be instituted or continue against the President of India and Governor of State during his term of office. Okay. It means that President and Governor are completely exempted from criminal liability. Now foreign sovereign. Foreign sovereign are the person completely exempted from criminal liability. Ambassador. So certain immunities and privileges have been granted to the ambassador by the United Nations organization. Accordingly, every state has passed the special act for giving immunities and privileges to the ambassador. For example, the Diplomatic Privileges Act 1964 of England, the United Nations Privileges and Immunities Act 1947 of India, etc. Alien enemy. Alien enemy means the military person of alien enemy do not comes under the jurisdiction of the ordinary criminal courts for the acts done connected with the war. However, if they commit theft, robbery and rape, they shall be tried by the Indian Penal Code because it is unconnected with the war. Okay. Warships. What does it mean? It is government ship. It's a government ship that is available for waging war. The warship enter into the Indian sea water cannot be tried under the Indian ordinary criminal jurisdiction of the criminal courts. The public international law applied to such men of war. Okay. Next, foreign army. The foreign army personnel enter into the Indian territory with the permission of Indian government is exempted from the criminal jurisdiction of the Indian courts. Next question arises that why are they exempted from criminal liability? Let me allow to explain it. This is based on the principle that king can do no wrong, and hence they are not bound by any act of parliament unless they are named by a special word or act. We have discussed section 2 in detail. Now we are going to discuss the section 3 and section 4 in detail. Let's start. Section 3, it talks about punishment of offences committed beyond but which by law may be tried within India. It means that friends, any person liable by Indian law to be tried for an offence committed beyond India shall be dealt with the provisions of this code for any act committed beyond India in the same manner if such act had been committed within India. For example, if a citizen of India commits an offence in the United States on his return to India, he shall be prosecuted by the Indian Penal Code. Okay, so friends, we have discussed section 3. Now we are going to discuss section 4. It is extension to the extraterritorial applicability. It's a extension to the extraterritorial applicability. Okay, now friends, section 4 state that the provisions of this code also apply to an offence committed by. There are 3 subclauses. First, any citizen of India in any place without and beyond India. Okay. So clause 2, any person on any ship or aircraft registered in India. Okay. Now friends, there is a difference between, we have already discussed, any person is, he may be citizen or non-citizens or whoever it may be. But citizen is any citizens, he may be citizen of India. Okay. Now third clause, that is any person in any place without and beyond India committing an offence targeting a computer resource located in India. Okay. Now section clause 3 has been added by the Information Technology Act 2008. Okay. We are going to study the last section of this chapter, that is certain laws not to affected by this code. Dear friend, this section says nothing in this act shall be affect the provisions of any other act for punishing mutiny or desertion of officer, soldier, sailor, airman in the service of the government of India or the provisions of any special or local law. Okay, dear friends, as you know, there are 3 Indian armed forces: Indian Army, Indian Navy and Indian Air Force. Okay. Now soldier, dear friend, soldier, a person who serves in an army or a person who engages in the military service, that is soldier. Now sailor, a person who serves in the Indian Navy. Okay. Now airman, a person, a pilot or member of the crew of aircraft, especially in an Air Force. Okay. Now friend, if a soldier commits any offence, in that case what will happen? He will be punished as per the Army Act. Not Indian Penal Code will not be applicable for it. Why? Because they have their special laws. They have court martial. Okay. This is first clause. Second clause says that the provisions of any special or local law, means this act, nothing in this act shall be affect the provisions of any special or local law. Now special law means a law which is applicable to a particular subject, or local law, it means a law which is applicable to a specific area, which is applicable to specific area. Okay, that is special law or local law. For example, special law, POCSO Act, Protection of Children from Sexual Offences Act, SC and ST Atrocities Act 1989. Local laws, for example, the Maharashtra Rent Control Act, Delhi Rent Control Act. Okay, these are the examples of special laws and local law. For example, if a man attack woman who is under 18 years, the man will be prosecuted as per the Protection of Child from Sexual Offence Act. He will not be punished as per the Indian Penal Code, because special law, that is POCSO, is a special law made for children. Okay. So friends, in this video we have covered whole sections of the Indian Penal Code, section 1 to 5. Okay. So friends, if you have any question, feedback or suggestion, do let me